You can do some really fun stuff with the best characters in Honkai Star Rail, and today I'm going to tell you the best ones in the game, how to quickly upgrade them, and also about a big mistake that you should not make. Now there are 5 different characters with different roles that I would highly recommend that you try and pull for during your time in Honkai Star Rail. These characters are a mix of 5 and 4 stars, meaning that they are accessible to those of you who like to spend extra money and those of you who enjoy playing the game as a free-to-play player. As we all know, a lot of players love those pure DPS characters, so we will start the video with this beautiful Jingliu. She's a 5-star character who uses the element of ice. She also follows the path of destruction and has some of the coolest lore in-game. If you look at websites like Pridewen, she is rated as S+ tier as a DPS character for single target damage, blast damage which is 3 targets, and S+ tier in AoE which is 4 to 5 targets. The main reason for this is due to her normal attack gaining stacks of Syzygy, which can stack a total of 3 times. When Jingliu reaches 2 stacks, she will enter the Spectral Transmigration state, which then changes how her normal attack works. During this transformation, she will then also advance her action by 100%, so she gets to attack once again immediately. Being in the state will also buff her crit rate when at max trace level. As we mentioned before, her base attack changes. At first, it is a single target slash that hits one enemy and deals damage. However, once she hits her transformation, she will then turn her basic skill into a small AoE attack that damages 3 different enemies. Her ultimate is also great as she jumps into the air and sends a slash attack directly at the enemies below. The main target takes 300% of damage, and the 2 adjacent to that enemy will take 150%. So far, the only way to get Jingliu has been through her special event banner, which recently has just changed. So if you are unlucky and didn't get this 5-star character then, you're going to have to wait until the rerun banner, which could be in a couple of months' time. However, keep your eyes out on all banners for her return, as Jingliu really is a must-have DPS character. Up next is the 4-star character Pela, who is also a lot more easily accessible to get than Jingliu, thanks to her being a 4-star character. Pela is another ice elemental user who has one of the most unique kits in the game. Overall, her rating is A for single target damage, and S for both blast and AoE at Eidolon level 0, but is in S tier for single target damage and S+ tier for blast and AoE ratings at Eidolon level 6. Getting Pela to Eidolon level 6 won't take too long depending on the banners that you pull on. Pela is usually used in the role as a debuffer as she can dispel enemies with her normal skill. She also has massive defense shred that can boost the entire team's damage while also enabling strong scaling for your whole team in the support role. One thing that you will have to keep note of is that Pela is the best 4-star debuffer in the game at the moment, but will require you to have a decently thought out team. Pela is also quite easy to get as you can find her on most event banners, the regular warp, and of course during events such as the current Ethereum Wars event. I actually used the event to get my Pela to Eidolon level 6. Then Xuan is another character that makes my list of best characters in the game. She is one of the best 5-star sustained characters and can make any team comp incredible. She has the highest base value for HP in the game and gives her team damage reduction by leveling up her talent trees. One of the perks to having her is that she will also take 65% of damage that her teammates take. Another amazing thing here is that when she uses her ultimate ability, it will deal damage to all enemies and can heal the entire team if you have unlocked the talent on her traces tree. Not only this, it also gives Xuan the ability to heal a ton of health on herself once she reaches around 50% HP. There are also a number of buffs and maths behind this character, but if you pulled Xuan when available, I doubt any of you regret it. Xuan is also unfortunately one of those characters that are exclusive to their own event banner, so for players jumping into the action now, you'll have to wait until the rerun banner is out, but it's worthwhile to try and grab. Up next is another 4-star character, and this time it is Tingyun. She uses the lightning element and is one of the best team amplifiers in the entire game. She is rated as S tier in single target, blast and AoE target types at Eidolon 0. However, at Eidolon level 6, she is in S+ tier for all 3 sections. Tingyun is actually what some of you might call the best 4-star character in the game, and is a great character to have to fill your DPS character's energy to use their ults more often. Not only this, but she also gives great attack buffs and is very flexible in different team comps. You usually want to have her focus your main DPS, but can be good in all different scenarios. Just like Pela, she is also available from the event banners, regular warp, and during certain events depending on the current patch. And lastly for this video, we'll be talking about Qingque, who is the best 4-star DPS character in the entire game. At Eidolon level 0, she is rated as B tier in single target, blast, and AoE. However, when boosted up to Eidolon level 6, she is then S tier for single target and blast, however, in A tier for AoE damage. This is a huge boost compared to Eidolon level 0, and one of the pros for Qingque is that she is a quantum elemental user, so she is a great source of damage to enemies weak to quantum. Most people would also say that she gets a lot better towards endgame and can be a really good flex character for your team. Obviously here we're talking about her as a DPS, which with the right investment can be a complete game changer. Since Qingque is a 4-star character, it is also available in all event banners, the standard warp, and during certain events. You can also claim her for free by completing the event Turquoise's Reverie, which requires you to reach Trailblaze level 21 and clear stage 3 of the Forgotten Hall. Next, we'll talk about upgrading your new characters, as you'll need to do a number of things to make your characters stronger. And of course, if you like the video so far, leaving a like would really help me out, and subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail videos like this. The first way of doing this is by increasing your character level. You can easily do this by using character XP materials and leveling up your character. You get this by playing through the game, and if you ever ran out of materials, you can always just farm the golden calyxes for more. Then at certain milestones, you will then need to ascend your characters to allow them to level up even more. Here you'll need a number of different resources depending on your character. Most of these can be acquired from sending your characters out on missions, farming crimson calyxes, and completing stagnant shadows to get more character ascension materials. Now we've just mentioned farming crimson calyxes a moment ago, and this is where you're going to find the resources that are used to upgrade your character's traces. These will give flat out stats and also upgrade your skills and abilities, making these worth the grind to upgrade. Some characters get massive boosts from this, like Xuan, who unlocks the ability to heal allies when using their ultimate ability. Then next we have relics, and there are a number of different relics in the game that give certain boosts and random stats, which will then increase the power of your character. Here you will want to check out builds online to make sure you farm the correct relics depending on your characters. You'll also need to farm the simulated universe for planet links and planar seers once you have a powerful enough team comp or two. Then you should also remember about light cones. This is Honkai Star Rail's version of the weapons. These will help boost your character and can be leveled up, so make sure you are using a few recommended ones for your characters and builds. Then last but not least, we should also mention Eidolons. Eidolons are unlocked by getting duplicate versions of characters, which is more viable for 4-star characters than the 5-star ones. Most players will have a decent time unlocking Eidolon level 6 on your favorite 4-star characters, which is worth the effort and wishes. Since we have spoken about getting these amazing characters and upgrading them, there are also a few things you need to remember not to do. The first here is that you shouldn't pull on the regular warp, also known as the Stellar Warp, with your Stellar Jades. Only use Stellar Jades on the event banner, as you can get the 5 stars from the regular warp if you lose the 50-50 when pulling on the event banners. You'll also acquire tickets for the regular warp by playing the game and ascending characters, so use them to pull on the regular banner, but never your Stellar Jades. Then next, you will also never want to farm for relics until you reach Trailblaze level 40. This is because you can start getting 5-star relics, which are a lot better than the 4-star variants and lower. This is also great to do because you aren't wasting energy on farming relics and can focus on the story and using energy wisely to boost your Trailblaze level. And of course, subscribe for way more Honkai Star Rail videos like this, and dropping a like on the video would really help me out. And again, I have got way more Star Rail videos coming your way, so I'll speak to you again soon. See you later.